Hey everybody, I'm back with a better connection. Gonna give some people some time. Hey Portico, thanks for joining. Gonna give everybody a chance to join in. I was on a little earlier and did a Periscope and Mogul Chicks chat. Hey Doreen, did a Mogul Chicks chat and oh, the connection was horrible. I was in beautiful downtown Disney, or excuse me, now it's called Disney Springs. And they have Wi-Fi, hey, and it just kept chopping up and cutting up. But this is what I did, though. I also had my laptop going. I was down there actually for a meeting, and I had my laptop going, so I recorded most of the Periscope that I did earlier. So I have that, and I'm ready to upload it with my big announcement that I made specifically for my Mogul Chicks, for Mogul Chicks chat. But I wanted to come back on and do a quick scope and kind of recap what I talked about, what I said I was doing. Oh, my chair looks raggedy. Anyway, I had mentioned that, first of all, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Adrienne Graham. I am CEO and founder of Empower Me Corporation at empowerme.org. I'm a business growth strategist. I'm an author. I am a mentor to startup tech companies in an accelerator program. I am a show host, whatever you want to call it. I've done a radio show for 6 years, so that's who I am. I mean, you could always Google me or at talentdiva, look me up on Twitter to see what I do. And I started doing Periscopes and I started doing these Mogul Chicks chat because I wanted to get a feel of the community, see how Periscope is. My friend told me, hey, you got to get on Periscope. And I'm like, oh, not another social media. But I observed a lot and I wanted to kind of see what was going on with Periscope and to see how that would allow me to be able to affect other people in the community and change and things like that. So I started doing it. Hey, Ultra Hog, started doing Periscopes, mostly about business. A couple of times you guys seen when I had my nephews on, or I did a quick crazy scope or whatever. But most of the time I talk about business issues. I'm a big advocate and a big believer that there's a big difference between having a business and running a company. And most of my clients, I get them to scale to become companies. So I wanted to reach out to the women and create something specifically for them. Not that there's like a billion other women's things out there, but mine is for a specific target. I said in a couple of Periscopes about the difference between a boss, a mogul, and a power broker. Boss, anybody can be a boss. Anybody can start a business. Anybody can have businesses, your side hustles and things like that, and become an entrepreneur, which is beautiful, and I want that. I love that. Not everybody can be a mogul. A mogul is someone who creates opportunities, not just for themselves, but for others. Bosses like to put the focus on them. I'm a boss. I do this. I have a business. It's singular focus. With a mogul, they always look for ways, of course, to make money, of course, and to grow businesses and things like that. But they're always looking for ways to make opportunities for other people, too. So they're creating opportunities for themselves and for others. A power broker, that's when you start getting into the Oprahs and the Sarah Blakeleys and the Tyra Banks of the world, things like that. A power broker is someone who can affect change on a global scale, who can influence decisions. Those are power, can make connections and influence decisions. Those are power brokers. I'm not a power broker. I don't consider myself a power broker. I am a mogul. I consider myself a mogul, yes. And I gave you guys examples of bosses and moguls and power brokers a couple of days ago. But what I wanted to do, somebody reached out to me on Twitter and said, I would love to see a book that teaches you to go from boss to mogul to power broker. And I laughed. I said, yeah, maybe. I might have that in me. And I do have an outline for something similar. But I started thinking, I want to go beyond that. I want to go bigger. That's who I am. I think big. I grow big. I scale big. I'm, big thinker. And I said, you know what? If you're looking for something like this, there's other people that are looking for it too, And there are women that say, I want to go beyond. I want to become a mogul. I want to become a power broker. My big thing is about legacy building and wealth building. And I asked on Twitter earlier, what's your movement? And my movement is to help women build wealth and legacies through business ownership, through investment in the markets, through real estate investing, through angel investing in other companies and startups and businesses, and just being well-rounded and build that legacy, not just for themselves, but for their families. And by the same token, always be mindful in thinking of the opportunities that you can create for other people. So that's what my movement is, to help women get to that level. Part of that is I decided to start a Mogul Chicks community. My team is working on it now. We've outlined it, what we want. But we're going to be focusing on, this is not a coaching program. This is not a join for $97 a month and you get lessons and this and that. It's not that. This is for women who want to make moves. This is for women who are tired of kind of going at this pace and they're ready to go up here and to become to the next level. It's not a course. It's not coaching. What else is it not? Yeah, it's not those things. It is basically a community. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have content, of course, a video library. There are going to be private sessions that we do. I want to make this as hands-on as possible for everyone. I don't want it to be just an online thing. I want to be able to have communities, pods of women, pods of moguls, meeting live in person, to be able to connect in person. I want to have events, mastermind events that are all part of the membership. It's not anything extra, but mastermind events. And I hate the word mastermind, more like brainstorming, things like that. I want to have hot seats. I want to be able to have the ladies come on board, the members come and kind of give updates of their business and get critiques, because you're only as good as your ability to grow. And when you have someone telling you all the time, that's perfect, that's beautiful, and no one challenging you, and I can't remember who said this, but there was somebody, and I'm not taking credit for it, so just saying this, somebody else said it, that you got to look at it like a tennis game. You don't go up against people who you can always beat. You don't go up against people who are less, who are inferior than you are. You go up against people who are stronger and better and more experienced than you are, because they'll push back. They'll give that resistance, and you'll have no choice but to do better. I'm going to have different women that are going to be experts as part of the community. I'm going to have a branding chick. I'm going to have an investment chick. I'm going to have a money chick. I'm going to have an HR chick. All kinds of things that help you grow and scale your company, but also to prepare you and groom you for becoming an investor. And I don't know if you guys know what an accredited investor is. An accredited investor is someone who, a single person, $200,000 or more in income, married, I believe is either 300 or 500 married jointly, and or $1 million in assets, not including your primary residence. And there are a lot of people, a lot of women that meet that criteria. There are some that don't, but are on their way. So we want to get you to where you can become a savvy, accredited investor. I'm not giving investment tips. I'm not telling stock tips and things like that, because I'm not trying to, we're not part of the, to be with the SEC and all of that. But to help you change your focus and your mind and expand your mind. That's what this community is going to be about. It's about taking what you already know and building on that. Become savvy investors, become savvy business owners. Worked on Wall Street, 20 years, 500, thank you. Okay, $500,000 is the amount, for real. I didn't know it was 300 or 500. Somebody said 300 yesterday, but I didn't think that sounded right. But I know it's 200,000 or more, single, married 500,000. But, there's more to growing wealth and growing a legacy than just I have a business. There's so many other things. There's philanthropic ways you can increase your wealth. There is investment in companies. There's investment in startups. There is investment in real estate. There's investment in the markets. There's franchising your business or licensing out what you have. So there's a whole lot of different ways you can make money. And I'm always a believer in multiple streams of revenue. Not on some corny thing, but really, when especially if you're a mom, you get this because you want to build something for your children for later on. Now, my company, and I don't know if my son is going to want to run my company if I die, but it's there for him. I've built it and built in some safeguards so that the company can keep on going. If he installs a CEO, the company can keep on going without me. How many of you can say that if something happened to you, God forbid, tomorrow, that your company can keep on going? We don't want that to happen, you know. So we're going to be bringing in experts. So we talked about trust the other day. We talked about investing. There's a lot of things that we talked about, and I want to have this dialogue and have this community expand and grow more moguls, you know. And it's not about the label mogul, it's just that's the word that came to mind for me, but that's what I want to help groom some mogul chicks out there. So we're going to be launching it in a couple of weeks. My team is working on the site now. I can't go any deeper than that. I'm trying to keep as much under wraps as possible to, you know, for the launch. But, you know, all of my Mogul Chicks Chat Periscopers, my scopers, of course, you'll get the introductory. It's going to be an annual fee to be a part of this, and we're going to make sure that each year is better than the next year, because we want to make sure that we're blowing your mind, and that what we give you, that you want to keep on coming back and keep on helping other women to grow and scale and prosper as well. The introductory will be $2.99 for the year, and that'll be for the first 6 weeks in progress. After that, it goes back to regular price. So anybody else, you know, I'm not going to offer that to anyone else outside of my scopers. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited, and I wish I could take my vision out of my head and show it to you. But I mean, my mission is to build women who can grow and scale and build a legacy with what they learn, with what they have, what they bring to the table. So, you know, anybody can talk about it. Anybody can talk about being a boss or a, you know, mogul or whatever. But I want to make sure that, you know, we're doing it. We're doing it. You know, like I said, I don't consider myself a power broker yet. But I am a mogul, and I'm confident in saying that. And that's not being facetious. It's not bragging or whatever. I've done a lot. And the thing about it is, all my stuff is trackable. You can go online, you can Google me and see all of my accomplishments online. But I mean, it's my calling to help to build more women, you know. And I keep saying I didn't want to have a business that's just focused on women. I don't want to limit my opportunities, but there's something in my spirit, something in my heart that this platform, this Mogul Chicks, this movement is what I've been called to do. So I cannot wait to get this launched. I can't wait to get out to your cities and start having events and start meeting and greeting. One of the things also, I wanted to make sure that there were opportunities for you guys that join. PR opportunities. Have, you know, access to know when there's stories that are out there, or some PR opportunities for you to get for your companies. Bid opportunities, like if there are big contracts coming up. You know, we want to make sure that you're not just paying into a community and reading content and things like that, but we want to make sure that you have actual real live opportunities. There's going to be, you know, I have a pitch chick. I don't know if that sounds right. We're going to have to talk about that to help you if you're looking for investment dollars, to help groom you for that. So there's always going to be some kind of expert around that's going to be a subject matter expert in their area that will provide content and guidance for the community. So that's what I wanted to share. I'm going to put the video up that I did earlier. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. I'm sitting outside, of course. Either it's the bad connection at downtown or wherever, because last time I did it at Starbucks, or it's the traffic. I have to move because this is too much, and I like being outside when I broadcast. The light is better. But anyway, I'll put up the video. If you want to check out the video, it's on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/empowermemagazine. Tweet me at talentdiva on Twitter, or send me an email at info@empowerme.org. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. You know, I'll keep you guys posted on the progress as we go along. And I'll also be looking for some women who want to become case studies, because we're going to be following companies through their transition and through their journey as they grow and scale. So yeah, I'm excited about this community. So I gotta go because I have another call coming up actually in about 10 minutes, and I need something to eat. So thank you guys for tuning in, and check out that video a little bit later. It's youtube.com/empowermemagazine, or tweet me at talentdiva.